Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit, and I want to take a moment and remember 9/11 because we just 20 years later we've been forced back into remembering it with very, very clear and lots of things happening. So I just want to let you all know that we are thinking about 9/11, and any of you who have been affected by it, you have our prayers and our thoughts. And we love our country and we want the best for it, and I hope that we will see that happening soon. So I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to maneuver onto hopefully a little bit happier stuff. I've got some new quilts made. Now they haven't been quilted yet, but they sure do look pretty, and I wanted to show them off. I think most of you know that we try to have some nice samples here for you. Well, we're carrying this line called Venice, and here is the free Robert Kaufman pattern for that. It has these great circles on it that are just simply applique, and it has the wonderful panel in the center. And so we're going to get that quilted up here pretty soon, and you will be able to see it. So that's really wonderful. And then I want to talk about please share our videos today. We try to offer something as a little giveaway each week when we do our videos on Facebook Live. And I have this really beautiful unicorn pattern that is our giveaway this week, and look how this makes up. This is a really gorgeous quilt. It's big. We couldn't get the whole thing on here. A little bit of it's on the floor right now. I apologize about that, but it's got the wonderful unicorn panel in the center. It's got some wonderful piecing in it, but not a lot. And then it's just got really simple, like the borders aren't mitered. I love when the borders aren't mitered. I don't have to think so hard. So it's got this wonderful border print on it. It just looks really cute. And we still have most of this fabric. So if you would like to make a unicorn quilt like this, what we can do for you is package it all up in a quilt kit. We might even still have a kit or two of this left. If we don't, we can certainly put it together for you. So if you are interested in this, just let us know. Remember, when you're sharing so that you can win the pattern, if you will go ahead and put your name and to let us know we shared. I shouldn't say you have to put your name. Obviously, your name's going to be attached.
Kathy Neal shared.
Well, thank you, Kathy. We appreciate it. Oh, and to mention people like Kathy Neal and our wonderful friends Pat Miller and Mary Miller, and I'm trying to think of Suzanne Miller, and we had a lot of Millers coming this week. We had 2 events this past week, and Bernina McCall was here, and we did an overlocker launch party, and we did a embroidery event. Boy, did we have fun. Oh my goodness, it was wonderful. Thank you again, Vanita, she's probably traveling right now, but we so appreciated everything. She came here, she spent 2 days. It was a long 2 days. We worked really hard. My entire staff, thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Everybody just had wonderful things to say about our staff. They had wonderful things to say about Bernina and the events. So, since this went off so well, I'm wondering, what are our next events coming up? What should we be doing on? What more should we be doing? I'm thinking in maybe the next 3 to 6 months of doing a free motion quilting with our Q series. We've right now got 3 on the floor, and we're going to be getting our studio frame anytime. So that means that we could do an event, and it would be really fun. That would be really neat. And by the way, if you own a different long arm system and you want to buy a Bernina Q system, guess what? We do trade-ins. I know a lot of places don't do that for long arms, but we do. So if that would help you be able to get into Bernina, we would love to help you do that. And you know, if you didn't know about it, there is a trade-in, trade-up going on right now with Bernina. It's the month of September, and we can trade in any sewing machine you want. I don't care what the brand is. You can bring me some brand I've never even heard of, although I don't know if there's any of those. But if I haven't heard of it, you can bring me one of those, and I'll still give you a 25% discount on the machine of your choice. So don't forget about that. But today we're talking about cool patterns, and we're talking about amazing fabric that just came in. Raymond Fabrics is someone I have dealt with in the past, and what they do is they get designer ends. And so we talked to them here recently, and we were able to get some amazing, beautiful fabrics. I'm going to set these patterns down. I'll start this way and work that way. So beautiful, beautiful fabrics. This is a black on black print with a rose on it. And the roses are probably about 3 inches across. I am not 100% sure what the fiber content is, but it's got to have some cotton in it, just from the way it's made. It is considered a damask, and it has, the backs and the fronts are really, really similar. So this could be one of those things that you could use that is reversible, or it could be actually a something that you would, if somebody saw the inside, it would not matter, just depending on how you finish off the edges. And this is a small piece. This was so special. I was like, okay, we have to get this. But they only had 5 yards of it left. So it's really drapey. It's very, very beautiful. It is going to make somebody either a gorgeous jacket or a dress. Look at the drape on that. It is just, and it feels really nice. I imagine it's dry clean only, but boy, you could make something very special. And because of the coloring, it's going to work in your wardrobe for years. So that's really, really beautiful. Okay, so then we're gonna have to figure out places to put this stuff. We have this gorgeous fabric. Now this is kind of a gray-green stripe in this. It has some texture to it. I think this is gonna make, and it's got some spandex. And look at that, it has a little bit of spandex. This is gonna be like the cutest pair of pants. This is your perfect transition from summer into fall. It is gonna make a cute pair of capris or shorts. Very, very pretty, but you know, I think you could even make a little jacket out of it. It's not see-through, even though it's got this kind of, I mean, it's got a white background, but it's not see-through, which is amazing. Whites are always such a tricky thing because so many of them are see-through. By the way, when I was talking to wonderful people at Raymond Fabrics, what I found out is they have a white lining that isn't see-through. So I'm going to be getting some of that soon. We've got some other lining from them, and I don't know if I brought it over here. It doesn't look like I did, but we've got a couple of linings. One of the ones I just got from them is a beautiful fabric that kind of looks almost like denim. Very cool. He had some rib knit. And I know a lot of you have asked me about rib knit and were kind of complaining we didn't have any rib knit. Well, now we've got some navy, and we've got some gray. The gray is a more fine rib knit, and the navy is a little more chunky. So we have some rib knit. They're both really reasonable. I think they're, this one's 12, and I don't know what the navy is because I forgot to price it. Oh, by the way, these fabrics, they have not gone online yet. And like I said, most of them are fairly small pieces. If you see something today that you want a sample of or that you want to see in person, let me know because I can set it aside for you. We're going to be taking photographs of all this and getting it online in the next week, but it's probably going to take us the better part of the week. Everybody's a little tired from the events. We're working on maybe a little bit slower than usual. So I just want you to know we will get them online, but it may take a little bit of time. So if there's something in particular you want to see, you want a sample of it, or you want to come in and see it, they're here. I've got them on the floor, but I just haven't gotten everything in the computer system yet. Now this is an amazing brocade, and what they did with this brocade, which is kind of unusual, they've got the entire thing interfaced with knit interfacing. So here's what it would look like normally. And there's the front. This is beautiful. It's got triangles in it, which is really unusual. And this is cream on the background because that's where the cream's coming out from the weave of this. This is a brocade. It's very, very beautiful. It has a little bit of stretch to it. So we've got a little bit of spandex in here. Again, think really, really cute pants. Oh my goodness, would these not be adorable? It is a much stiffer fabric when it's just natural, but the cool thing about it is I think it's going to retain its shape. It would make a great bandage dress. It would make a really cute jacket. You'd want to line it if it's a jacket. And you could do things like I said, a pair of pants would be absolutely adorable out of this. I have a feeling we're going to have to take a test on this, but I have a feeling this would be washable. So I'm going to test it out and make sure I know how to tell you to take care of it. But you know, whenever you buy fabric, if you're not 100% certain on how to take care of it, generally if you dry clean it, it'll be fine. Hand washing oftentimes will be okay too. And the interesting thing is, you know, when we make clothes, we often have scraps left over. So you can always test out the hand washing process too. Okay, so this fabric is amazing. Most people are really fearful of white because it's kind of sheer, it's kind of see-through. Well, this one, while it's not 100% opaque, it's really not as sheer as a lot of them. It has a wonderful crinkle appearance. There is some natural give to it, but it's not stretchy. And it has this amazing edge on it, which you could take advantage of. I see this as a gorgeous tank top. It is so lovely. I mean, when I saw this fabric, I had to have it. It's so beautiful. It's going to work for a lot of people. It is not a bright optic white. It is actually more of an ivory. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the colors, but it has an amazing texture. It has just an incredible drape to it. It's just so beautiful. I will tell you, this particular group of fabric that I just got is really special. I got amazing prices on almost everything. You're gonna just be shocked at how reasonable this stuff is. I was we bought a lot, so he gave me good prices. So, all right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull these couple over here so that I can stay close to where Dave's at and we can show you. Okay, our redheads in the group, look at this amazing green wool. And it is stunning. Isn't that beautiful? It is so pretty. This is a wool. It has a little bit of stretch in it. We've got, again, just a tiny bit of stretch in this. So it's got some spandex in it, but it is mostly wool. And it is so pretty and drapey. And let me see. Nope, it's not wool. My lie. It's poly rayon spandex. Well, I'll tell you what, it fooled me. It just feels so nice. So it does have the stretch in it, like I said. It's gonna make someone a gorgeous outfit. We only got 8 yards of this. So if this is something that you like, It's going to be washable. That rayon and poly is going to make it washable. I'd be careful in the dryer with it because it might make it pill. I wouldn't probably put it in the dryer, but look how gorgeous it is. You guys, you have to see some of this stuff in person to really appreciate it. It is really beautiful. Okay. Here's another piece. We only got a small amount of it. There's only 5 yards here. But check that out. It's another brocade. It's got a lot of texture to it. It feels wonderful. It is, that's the back of it. That's the front. It is stunning.
What color would you say that is? Because it doesn't appear the same on camera.
Okay, so this is a cream with black. And the black in this is not a pure black. It's got like a little bit of a gray going through it right here. So it is definitely cream and then the black. It's really beautiful. And it's got this kind of a little bit of an appearance of snakeskin or leopard or whatever you'd want to call it without totally reading that way. I think it will make somebody an amazing jacket. And you know, the nice thing about this fabric is, in my opinion, you could do it as an unlined jacket. Maybe what you do is just line the sleeves for yourself. I don't think you'd have to line everything else. You might want to, but I don't think you'd have to. It is a little more stiff of a fabric than some of the ones I've just shown you. So let's go ahead and unroll some, and it's got some drape to it, but it's not its natural. It would be the thing that stands away from your body. So it's not going to be clingy. So that's really beautiful, and I hope that you guys will enjoy that one. Okay, I showed you that green and white stripe earlier. Well, this is a really beautiful kind of charcoal gray. This one does not have any spandex in it, and it is got a beautiful textured stripe to it. This is cotton and lycra. It is only going to be $12 a yard. It's fairly thin. It's a perfect summer weight. I imagine you still could do some things going into fall, but you know what would be super cute out of this? A shirt. This would make up into a fabulous shirt. And the nice thing about this is, because it's not see-through, you're going to be able to make a really, you know, you could make yourself a button-down shirt out of it, but you know, it's just got such an interesting texture and such an interesting way of, you know, looking at this, that, well, it says it has lycra. Why am I not getting much stretch? It's got a little bit of stretch. It must not be very much lycra in it. You know, I got so many here that I just don't remember all of them. So I apologize that I missed that lycra in talking about this. But I think we've had a purple and white striped shirt in the shop for a long time. We had it as a display item, and everybody just said how pretty that shirt was. Well, you know, when I saw this fabric, I thought, my goodness, you could do a cute shirt out of it. You could do a beautiful dress, a shirt dress out of this. Oh, would that be cute? So there's lots of options with this fabric. I think it's very nice. I think it's a little bit light for a jacket though. So, and if you ever have questions about what you should be doing with a specific piece of fabric we have in the shop and whether it's appropriate or not, I had someone during these events, I don't even remember who it was, but they were asking about a couple different fabrics, and they told me what they had in mind for it. And I just told them one of the fabrics they were choosing, I didn't think they were going to be happy with the results, because they told me the pattern that they had. And I've done this long enough that I think I'm fairly good at it. Am I 100% correct every single time? No, I still make mistakes for myself from time to time, but I've been doing this a really long time and I have a good idea. And usually if you show me what you're looking at and what you want it to result in, I can give you a good idea if that fabric will work for that particular project. We just got in some English netting. This is really beautiful and it's very inexpensive. We are talking $5 a yard inexpensive. And this is going to be gorgeous for a lot of things. Now, I have 20 yards of it, but I was told I can get lots more. So if you had a home deck project that you wanted to do with this, or you had some sort of, perhaps you're working on a wedding gown, or you're working on something that you need a lot of yardage, maybe you do costuming. This fabric would be an amazing addition. It's really beautiful. It has a great feel to it. And again, all I have to know is, you know, if you want a sample, just let us know and we'll be happy to send you. And apparently I can get more of this right now. Now I can't say that that would be true in 6 months, but right now he claims I can get more of this. So if you have a need for a lot of yardage and you want to do that, you can always contact me. All right, so now we get to the really fun stuff. This is a boucle, and this boucle has a bit of sparkle in it, and that's the right side. So what I had there just a minute was the wrong side. This is the right side. But you know something was wonderful about boucle? You can use it either side, but look at how gorgeous this is. It's got little eyelashes of sparkle to it, and this was made in Italy. Guys, this is only $20 a yard. This would make such a beautiful jacket. There's just a skirt, a suit, I mean a dress. And the thing that's so nice about working with these kind of fabrics, most people think, oh, working with wool is a big deal. It's not. It's actually really easy. The only thing you want to be careful of is that you don't over iron it. So you might want to use a press cloth. But other than that, it's actually really simple to work with. In fact, in my opinion, it's probably the easiest fabric we could work with, because you can shape it and you can do things with it. It's really lovely. But you know, if you're thinking about trying out one of our unlined jackets that are really simple, this fabric is gonna make them look like you spent thousands of dollars on that jacket, and it's gonna be super easy to make. So I know we've got at least, I think the Trevor jacket from Sewing Workshop would be amazing in this. I'm going to have to get in gear and get a few things made to show you, but this would be so simple. We've also got several jacket patterns from CNT that are on our website, and these would all be really cute out of this fabric. And I'm telling you, you can take a really simple pattern and just elevate it into another level with the great fabric. And this one, as inexpensive as it is the right fabric. Okay, I'm going to move this one aside for just a second because I want to show you the other boucles. I should have had Dave separate this out. Now this is a boucle also, but this boucle has no sparkle in it. What it has in it is a wonderful weave to it. It's very matte. It's gorgeous. This is also solid black. And I hope that I can't see what you're seeing, Dave. Is it showing off this beautiful pattern? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it is so pretty. It's a really unusual basket weave. It's not a typical one-on-one basket weave. It is a very unusual one. It looks like a double basket weave to me. It is so pretty. I have this one, and we only were able to get 10 yards of it. This is only $15 a yard. If you made this up into a jacket, kind of like a cardigan kind of style, because it's so nice and soft without that little bit of metallic in it that the other one did. Look at how drapey this is. I mean, you just get a gorgeous drape on this. So just really, really beautiful. We're going to set you aside here, little big guy. So put them right there. Now, if you are fond of blues, we have a gorgeous Melton. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous Melton. And it's all wool. It's from England. And what Melton means is that they've boiled the wool and kind of felted it. And so the edge finishing on something like this is really easy to handle because it doesn't fray a lot. It's going to fray a little bit, but very little. This is kind of almost like felt. But it is a gorgeous, this is a little unusual in a Melton because usually you can't see the weave quite as well as on this, but it is a stunning blue. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is the most expensive out of all the fabrics I'm showing you, but it's only $35. Again, perfect for an unlined jacket. Absolutely gorgeous fabric. You are going to love this, and it's usable on both sides. So it is not going to be something you have to worry about as far as you know, if somebody sees the inside, it's not going to look messy. So, and that one is going to have a really pretty drape to it too. The last of the, now we're going to get into some knits. Believe it or not, this is a knit. Now I personally like this side of it best. So I'm going to show you this side because I think this is the outside on this one. And apparently I need to lint roller it. But it's almost got like a little bit of a nap to it, almost like a fur. It just has just a little bit of that to it. It's really lovely. This is a knit. It's 100% wool. It's really quite beautiful. And it is only going to be $15 a yard because I got the deal of the century on this. It is amazing. Again, this would be a fantastic jacket. It could make up into a pair of pants, although I would probably go ahead and line the pants. Or you could do a skirt. And you know what else you could do with this? You could just make a scarf out of it. It is spectacular. Very, very beautiful fabric. And let's see, we've got a scuba knit. This is a scuba knit right here. It's got some real weight to it, and it's gonna stand away from your body. You're talking jacket, pants, dresses, skirts, even a top out of this would be really beautiful. And again, I don't have a ton of yardage of this, but it is only $10 a yard. This is an amazing deal. This is a wonderful, really hard to find fabric. Because it's a knit, you don't have to worry too much about finished edges. But those of you who just have finished up the overlocker class, this fabric will work really well. You can go ahead and use your overlocker to do anything out of this. And this black is a classic. Now this one is a 100% wool knit, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. We've got another really pretty one trying to join in. Well, you know why? Because they go together. I think it's trying to join in because it goes together. So this is a gorgeous knit out of wool, and it's from Italy. This one is $20 a yard. The fiber content makes them more expensive. When they're 100% natural, they are more expensive. But this is a beautiful drapey knit. It can be made up into so many beautiful things. your pants, again, perfect for pants. It's got a nice stretch to it. It's going to have wonderful recovery. It's a really pretty fabric. And then look at it with this one. Okay, we just got this amazing fabric. Now, I'm still trying to figure out the fiber content. The one thing about getting stuff from a jobber, a lot of times they don't know what the fiber content is. So I'm going to do some tests on this to figure it out. But this kind of feels like our cotton silk that we have here in the shop right now. But this is a panel. So this is amazing. I'm thinking a dress, a scarf. Now this would have to be lined if you're going to do a dress or a top out of it. It is a little bit sheer. So you need to be aware of that. But it is absolutely stunning. It has got gorgeous drape to it. It's going to look, I'm thinking, my goodness, what could we do with this? It is so pretty. So I think I'm going to make a beautiful scarf out of this very soon. And I hope that I have given you lots and lots and lots of ideas. That's my function today.
One other idea.
Oh, I want to take real quick. I got a couple of lining materials I wanted to show people. They've been asking me for lining. Look at this really cool one right here. This is kind of a taupey brown, and then there's this beautiful blue right here. So we've got a couple of really gorgeous ones, and then we've got this beautiful vintage fabric right here. And if you're interested in this one, I have a story about this one. This is amazing. I've not seen anything like this practically since the 50s. This is a fabric that was, we got this because of a designer who I believe was put into a retirement community and no longer could have all of his fabrics and so forth. And he had a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous materials. He was a costume designer. And so this fabric, Raymond Fabrics agreed to go ahead and sell some of these fabrics, and this is one of them. It is truly, truly amazing. We only have 8 yards of it, and it's only $20 a yard. It is really special, but it's very kind of stiff, and it's gonna make into a gorgeous bodice of some sort of a dress. This could be like a ball gown. It's so special, very unusual. Keep an eye out on for us because we're getting in some really neat fabrics, and we want you to have special clothes and wonderful things. And hopefully by the end of next week, I will have all the details for our fitting club. And so you can make things that are wonderful just for you. And I know some of us don't do a lot of fancy things right now, but hopefully we will be going out and doing some things. And besides, you need to look beautiful and wonderful, and we would like to help you do that. So any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. info@universityofsewing.com. Universityofsewing.com is our website, and you can shop with us there. And tell your friends about us. Please share, because we have that wonderful unicorn pattern we'd like to give you. And
We've got an invite.
we got an invite?
Well, because today is an IU home game,
Oh.
and people that are traveling in from out of town,
Yes.
and if they end up having some time to spare, we're open till
Come and
5.
visit us.
Right now with the construction on 69, we don't know how quick you can get through Martinsville if you're coming from the north.
That's
So
true.
if you get here and you need to have something to eat and also have some extra time, we're open here until 5.
We are. We're here from 10 until 5 today, and we would love to see you. Thank you for everybody who's come the last 2 days to our events. Thank you for all of you who watch us on a regular basis. We love seeing all your names and faces and all your nice comments. And don't forget, if there's some sort of event you want us to do and you've been thinking about it and you're like, well, I would really love one on this, don't forget to let us know. Don't just think about it. Let us know. We will look forward to, oh, I'm wearing a stuff knit today. This one is now over a year old, and does it look like it's worn in any way? no pills, no wearing. It looks amazing. I'm thrilled to death. This is just a princess line dress. By the way, on the We All Sew blog, there's a whole blog about doing a princess line dress. I don't think they cover fitting, but they do talk about making it. So this is a princess line dress just done in knit. So lots of things you can do, and I'm sure that we can help you make wonderful clothes for you too. But don't forget, we loved our quilters also. So we've got those gorgeous quilts over there, and we would love to help you get a nice quilt made for someone in your family or as a gift. So you have a wonderful day, everybody. We're here to help, and just let us know what we can do to be a part of all your things sewing, because we're all things sewing at the University of Sewing. Have a great day, everybody.